Welcome, Mr. David Wallerstein.
Hello, I'm David Wallerstein, and I'm the Chief Exploration Officer of Tencent. We welcome you to We Summit 2020. Thank you to our esteemed speakers for joining us this year, and you, our guests, for tuning in from home, school, the office, or somewhere else on Earth. We are grateful that we have this opportunity to reach you despite the extraordinary circumstances of this year. How will we remember 2020? Our collective actions in the coming months and years will very likely define this era for the history books. 2020 has been a year in which the previously unimaginable event has been occurring around the world continuously. Everything from a global viral pandemic, lockdowns and restrictions on travel between nations, families and friends separated as we try to keep ourselves safe from a virus that we cannot see and we are racing to understand. At the same time, the climate has been raging across the planet and a clear warning sign that our Earth is changing. From wildfires to typhoons, floods, and historic global heat waves, we feel as if we are watching our planet change in real time. When such a large body as Earth begins to change before our eyes, with differences in climate behavior measured in just years instead of centuries, we can conclude that we are experiencing a unique time in planetary history. So how we choose to respond to these challenges? Will we have the necessary courage to acknowledge and address the challenges before us? Will we support the development of solutions that can make us safer, protect our health, indeed, defend our own resilience while we protect our planet? Or do we delay further? Perhaps we even refuse to acknowledge these dramatic changes that are happening around us. As the evidence and the rate of change happening becomes more and more obvious, not acting becomes an increasingly consequential decision for humanity. And not acting is a decision in itself.
This is where we live, on a blue dot. On that blue dot, that's where everyone you know and everyone you ever heard of and every human being who ever lived out their lives. It is our responsibility to preserve and cherish that blue dot, the only home we have.
The iconic image of planet Earth, the pale blue dot, can remind us just what is at stake in protecting our only home. As scientists and hobbyists alike search the universe for intelligent life in Earth-like planets, we are continuously reminded of how special a planet Earth is. As our human activity transforms our atmosphere and ecosystems, we face more and more pressure to introduce solutions that can maintain the delicate balance for modern life on Earth to exist. This balance has evolved over millions and billions of years to bring us to our current equilibrium point that enables modern human life, the life that we know and evolved around. Our human activity is now moving us away from that equilibrium point by changing our ecosystems, changing our climate, and it moves us into a dynamic state, a state of uncertainty. This is what we're seeing around us. The tasks ahead for us as humanity to change in the necessary directions are actually pretty straightforward. But the practical implementation of those obvious things is actually anything but simple. We must re-architect the critical infrastructure of our planet that provides for our most fundamental and universal human needs while maintaining a neutral impact on our planet's environment. That's what we need to do. This includes, for example, providing for our energy needs without carbon emissions and pollution. There are many ways to do that, but we have to embrace them. We need to secure our water resources by protecting those sources, minimizing waste and pollution, diverting non-essential usage of precious water, and collaboratively managing these sources across national boundaries so that we all are protecting this precious resource. We need to intelligently advance agricultural technology to ensure that more and more food is produced with less and less resources. We have to drive that productivity. We need to transport goods and people with no or exceedingly small carbon or other pollutive outputs. Finally, we need to continuously improve our own health and safety, monitoring globally the transmission of diseases and pathogens, and fostering the development of a robust marketplace of solutions that address disease outbreaks and other critical ailments that we're all facing. By investing in this resilient architecture, we not only secure a higher quality of life for humanity today, but we also secure essentially a blueprint for human resilience into the future. Essentially, the intelligent architecture that we need to meet our food, energy, and water and health needs will be a significant advancement as a species that can guide us towards a long-term, stable existence here on Earth as our home. That is, the choices that we make today will be felt far beyond our current generation. And we have the answers of what we need to do right in front of us. At Tencent, we work with many technologies, business models, services, partners, and customers around the world. You may use or experience some of our services, and we thank you. What is hard to see at first glance is, why do we do what we do? What fundamentally motivates us? Do we have a dream or a vision for the future? We have always been inspired by people and a desire to improve lives with technology. Empathy and care for people and customers is at the cornerstone of the most minute product or service decision. It's a skill set that we've actually sought to foster with our executives and managers and professionals throughout the company. A care for people. When we talk about the future of the planet in a broader sense, it helps us as a company think more about how we can apply new technologies to address the greatest challenges around us. It's important to not only be able to develop and support ideas and solutions that improve human life today, but also to continuously foster a passion and a commitment for discovering and developing the next new set of breakthrough ideas far into the future. Today's startup project helps us prepare to embrace tomorrow's major breakthrough. By fostering an understanding of the challenges in the world around us, it further stokes our passion for making a difference, for being a positive force for good. We call this Tech for Good. We look forward to continuing to build relationships with all of you, learning together, finding ways to partner, fostering a meaningful impact on the world around us. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this year's We Summit. Thank you.